bugger. Countdown's finished already. I was just mucking around there. G'day, Spurs fans. Paul Hotspur Hippie here, the only psychedelic soccer show on the internet. I was just noticing my chat thing isn't coming up properly. So I was just seeing what's up with it, because I can see I've got some chat messages, but they're not appearing in my thing that I can make them appear on the screen with. So hello, Donna Cullen. Nice to see you here. You're looking hot, babe. Shamu Vandervoo, Jacob Braid. Hey, hello. Oh, you've all come up. What? You've just finished because a little on me. Okay, well. Now, I just wanted to start off. Not usual I do things like this, but it's involved me, this thing. Now, you know, I get a little bit of money on YouTube. I mean a little. And I look now and then, my mic's on, and, you know, I watch my balance. You know, some days it might go up by nothing. If I don't do anything, it doesn't go up. You know, that's obvious. Some days it will go up by a couple of bucks. If a video's been popular or I get some super chat, it might get 50 bucks. I think the most I had one day is maybe $100 on one day. Usually it's about, you know, between 0 and 10, something like that. But what I don't expect to see is to see my balance go down. Yes, that's right. Today it was negative. And we know, and do you know why that is? Well, it appears that someone has been making super chats on this channel and then getting them refunded. And I contacted YouTube support about it. And the only way you can do that, because super chats are not refundable, is to put in an unauthorized payment claim. So that's, according to YouTube, that's what this person did. The user is Chippio Napoli. Sometimes he's been called Jimmy Nipples. But we all know him better as Aaron Dove. Now, Aaron Dove wasn't someone I had a real personal problem with, but, you know, he used to chat on the channel here. But I know he had problems with other people. He also sent Jacob from United Spurs of America a horrible series of messages. Totally psycho. So, as luck would have it, today in Jacob's fine FIFA stream, Chippio Napoli appeared. So I collared him about it. I said, why are your super chats being refunded? And I basically said, you're a fraud. This is my version of it. You go and put super chats on people's channels. You get the big applause, you know, well done, not just from me, but from other people in the chat. And then you go back and you get them refunded. Now, there are 3 of his super chats left. Maybe they will disappear off my list tomorrow. I don't know. The other thing that came up, there's been a bit of a rumour floating around that Chippio Napoli is, in fact, Aaron Dove. So this was put to him today. He firmly denied it. He called me paranoid, Jacob paranoid, didn't understand what we were talking about, smoking too much weed. You know, the typical thing that psychos do when they've been caught out, man. They get so aggressive. I don't know about you lot, but me, myself, sometimes I start to question myself, you know, am I being unfair? You know, have I shot from the hip too quickly? But, as I will show you now, here is the loaded gun, which I found on who this person is. You know, I don't want to do this too often in my channel, but it really wound me up today seeing a super chat disappearing. Like, I don't beg or ask for super chats. I don't expect them. I don't take them for granted. But when they come through, they put a smile on your face. There's no doubt about it. And then they just get taken away. To me, it's like, you know, when I'm doing Ubering, not many people tip. But the people that tip just do it quietly. They don't tell you they're going to do it. They just do it. They leave your car. It pops up on your screen. And it's a nice surprise, you know. The people I really don't like, and there's a lot of these people about, and this is every time this has happened, when someone's in the car and they'll say, oh, thanks, driver, good run, I'll give you a tip. Every single person that said, I will give you a tip, just to see me go, oh, thank you, never do. This is what this is like. So I'm going to show you here. He was denying that he was Aaron Dove, time in and time out, slagging us all off for being, being idiots. And then what do I find? This is a bit of a coincidence. So this is a list of my super chats. So there's 3 here that I've still got from Chippio Napoli. A couple of days ago, there were loads more. There was about another 30, 40 euros. I don't know if these are going to be here tomorrow. But look what happens when you click on his name. That is a very unusual name for someone who doesn't claim to know who Aaron Dove is. So the guy is a liar on that account. I'm saying he's a fraud. He tried saying that give me his PayPal, give him my PayPal account and he'll give me money. It's like, no. I don't want anything to do with you. I don't want anything to do with you. So if I see him in the chat or if I think someone else is him, I'm banning him. I don't care. You can't buy your way onto this channel. You know what I mean? Not having it. So anyway, there we go. That looks to me pretty damning. I don't know. I know that he's also done this to Jacob's channel. He's been sending Jacob huge super chats, and lo and behold, today Jacob's balance, big deduction. Totally wrong. Totally wrong. It's not an easy thing to do to get a refund for a super chat. I'm just telling you that now. If you want to give me one, you know, you ain't getting it back unless you say to YouTube, "Oh, someone nicked my credit card" or something. I don't know what you're going to do. It's unauthorized payment. It means you haven't done it. Someone else has done it. Absolutely outrageous, you know? And, you know, there's loads of people that just watch these videos that don't even take part in the chat. To me, that's that's valuable as well. You know, anyone just watching the video, I get a couple of cents from an advert, you know? They're doing their bit. People come in the chat. We try and riff off each other. I really enjoy that. So when someone falsely tries to station themselves and get a few pats above everyone else, I think that's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. It really pissed me off today, as you might be able to tell. Now, we've got a few comments here anyway. Maybe we'll talk about Spurs in a bit. I don't know. So my comment thing's appearing, but there's a few I missed. So I've got to go far down as Jacob. Right, so Donna, Wagwan, Mr. Paul Wagwan, Donna. Shamuda, end of it. Oh, yeah, there was a raid. Mardini. Jacob, let me join in the chat next time. Shamu Endevu, need your WhatsApp, Jacob. Oh, what are you talking about here? Join up, okay. Nick Brown, I'm trying to run as fast as your timer. Well, it's quicker than me today as well, man. I got caught out. It's lucky I wasn't like, you know, well, who knows what I could have been doing. Getting ready for the stream. Oh, you're all talking to each other. You're all talking to each other. Okay, so I can go on here now. Here we go. There we go. Oh, you're just talking to each other. Just talking to each other. That's cool. Hugo, big up, Hippie. Back you on this. Yeah. Well, he's claiming that YouTube have made a mistake. I mean, you know, if I was in his position and someone accused me of that and YouTube had made a mistake, I'd be straight on the YouTube because they've stolen my money. He's saying the money's gone for him. I'm saying the money went to me and now it's paid it back. I'm just glad it happened before the end of the month because I would have started 2024 owing YouTube money. As luck would have it, it happened at the end of the month, so it just gets deductive of what I've earned so far. But what a shit act to do, man. Shit act. You know, so that would have meant next month I would have had to have streamed just to get out of debt to YouTube. It's not a big amount, but, you know, it's the principle. Thank you for doing this, Paul. No, man. Well, look, it's unacceptable. Unacceptable, as Conte would say. Exposing the truth. I mean, there we go. Do it. Okay. Got him. Got him. Just in case you missed it. Chippy Napoli is Aaron Dove. As I said, not a person I really had any problem with. I didn't really bump into him that much. He used to comment on the streams from time to time. In fact, you know, when I was going through my hard time a few months ago and I had a GoFundMe, I know he actually made a donation to that, you know. But then he I don't know what happened, but he just went psycho on Jacob. Disappeared. I think he had problems with a few people. I don't know quite what. And reappeared as Jimmy Nipples, Chippy Napoli, claiming not to be Aaron Dove, buying his way back, and buying with one hand and taking back with the other. Fuck him. Horrible. You know, and Jacob, you know, it's the way today he was, when you said he was Aaron Dove, it was the way he was attacking you. He was attacking me as if we didn't have a grip on reality for accusing of him being this guy. And it turns out So what's the next play? What's the next play? Next play for this sort of person is usually a heartfelt apology before they just do the same fucking shit again. I've seen that before, you know. So it's like, you know, it's like an abuse cycle, you know. You piss people off, you try and buy them back, they give you another chance, and then they turn into a dick again. Exposed. Certainly is. Didn't take much though, did it? It didn't take much. I just clicked on his name, and there it is. But we'll see. We'll see if my super chats are still there tomorrow. Maybe he won't process another unauthorized payment, or maybe it's in action. We will find out. He's claiming YouTube made an error. Very selective error on one person's super chats to me and Jacob's channel. Very selective. YouTube. How did they grow so big if they're so incompetent and thieves to boot? Nick Brown, Chippy was calling out a past scammer streamer and I felt bad for him, but not anymore. There you go. Caught in 4K. Bang. Finish him. It is so wrong. Shamu Vandervoo sent me a load of rude abuse on WhatsApp too. What's up with people? What's up with people? I don't know. Like, if I have a falling out with someone, I walk away. I can't be bothered. I really just can't be bothered. So that's why, you know, if he ever appears or what, I just don't want anything to do with him. Nothing. I'll block him and that's it. This is the last I'm going to talk about it. I'll get it out of my system now. And that's it. You know? I've fallen out with other people before. I just walk away. I'm not interested. Nothing to do with them. Nothing to do with them. I mean, I'll tell you, the feeling that I felt when I looked at my thing and the balance had gone down, I just thought, huh? You know, I started catastrophizing because I'm mentally ill. I've got severe depression and anxiety, so I start thinking like, what, am I being demonetized? Have I got copyright strike? What the fuck's going on? And then I see that's happened. What a cockhead. United Spurs of America, he complained about Bob Spur roots other people off. Well, that's what he's done, isn't it? You know, gives you money. So here's your money. And then when you're not looking, I'll have that back. I'll have it back. But Adrian Cheer is a man who never takes his money back. In fact, no one does. I've never seen this before because I didn't think it was possible. Adrian Cheer, thank you, man. Big up, Paul. I'm going to try and refund for this later. Well, maybe what you could do is, because you've put Singapore dollars. Maybe if you say it's I don't know what a bigger currency is. I don't know if US dollars are worth more, but, you know, say it was USD or something. Get a bit more. Get profit out of it, so you can make me miserable and feel good because you've made a bit of money on the side. Not bad, eh? Not bad. But thanks you very much, Adrian. Hugo, you have to request a refund. According to YouTube, you have to say it's an unauthorized transaction. They don't give refunds for super chats. Like you know, Adrian, you know, he's giving me $2 here. I say, Adrian, he can't now go to YouTube and say, oh, I want my money back. He stuck his fingers up at me. YouTube will just say, sorry, that's the way it is, man. But only mucking around there, Adrian. United Spurs of America, he said, I see your true colours, Paul. This is the stuff they do, man. It's not the first time I've come across people like this in my life, you know? You know, they get caught out in the wrong or something and they just put all this shit on you. They put it all back on you. So he's saying, I was paranoid, like Jacob saying, I see your true colours now, Paul. I see how nasty you really are. And as I said, I start thinking, well, what? You know, doubt myself. Doubt myself no more. Fuck him. Yeah. I see your true colours. Paranoid. You two are smoking too much weed. Who's Alan Dove? He doesn't... Well, I'll tell you who he is. He's Chippy O'Napoli. So if anyone is watching this that's doing a YouTube channel and you've had super chats from this guy, See if they're still there. See if they're still there. Because I've got a sneaking suspicion. It's probably lucky I've got a Tin Pot channel, as he called it today when he got the shits with me. Tin Pot channel. It's lucky I've got Tin Pot channel because I get so little money I can see when it goes negative. If it hadn't gone down, I would have not noticed probably. So he does that to everyone, yeah. You know, I had it with someone else recently on YouTube. You're nasty. You're this. You're that. That's what people do when they're cornered, and they know they're wrong. They just go on the attack. It's so obvious. Donna Cullen, Mr. Paul, I'd love to ride on your Uber one day. Well, dreams can come true. You know. I think I know who you are, and you seem to be all right now. So you know, that's all right, Donna. You're welcome here. How big is your Uber? It's a big one to handle, man. It's very nippy. Mardini Slow, why would he do that? So you put the super chat in, everyone's, hey, I say thank you. Wow, look at this. Because it was a fair amount of super chats. It was like more than I think I've had from anyone, really. You know, not that, you know, I'm not asking for money or anything, but it was a lot. And people in the chat were going, oh, well done, Chippy. Well done, Chippy. Nice one. Nice one. And then when no one's looking, probably within 48 hours or something like that, you go off to YouTube and you say, this was an unauthorised payment. So, look, there is a chance, I guess, that YouTube will correct their error and his super chats will reappear in my list. But he is Aaron Dove. He insulted us all for insinuating that he's such. Fuck him. Absolutely fuck him. He's a liar. Got to redo that. Just to scam people. Yeah, like I say, I'm glad it's before the end of the month, or, you know. I'd have started the beginning of January in hock to YouTube. Who owes YouTube money, for God's sake? Edward Y of Oz is like giving a Christmas gift and asking it for it back, you know. Scott M. G'day, Scott. Big up, Paul. Sad that he tried to attack you when he was caught. That shows... I know, man. I've seen this. I've seen people do this before. And they always kind of use very similar words, like you're nasty, horrible, paranoid. It's gaslighting. It's typical gaslighting. Luckily, I'm 51 and not like 22 anymore, so I can spot it a fucking mile off. But, you know, it's still, you know, am I right? Am I right? Bloody hell. Yeah, I am. I am. Shows what the kind of person he is, yeah. Spot on, Paul. He attacked me several times, I know. Exactly what he did to me, Paul, says Shamu. Yeah. I mean, I just do this to have fun, you know. And luckily, I don't really have any problem with anyone in the comments. I've not really had any big drama. You know, I had a bit of a debate with another YouTuber, but that was a while ago. I don't care about that anymore. So this is the first time, I guess. And it probably won't be the last, I suppose. This sort of thing goes on. But generally, I mean, like, all of you lot are all cool. So, you know, thanks, everyone. You know, just people hanging around watching, comments. I've had a lot of fun chatting to you lot, you know. You know, we don't know each other. We live over the different sides of the planet, but we're passing time together. Having a bit of a giggle. I don't know. There's a lot of egos in YouTube. I'm not saying for a minute I don't have an ego. Everyone has. But, wow. It's a crazy world, man. It's a crazy world, dude. James Paratrooper. Hi, Paul. I don't pay one dime. And you treat me with respect as much as the person donating to your channel. Of course. I don't paywall any of my channel. I make this clear to members. You know, you know, memberships are great, and I've got quite a few now. And it's, you know, the more money I earn out of this, the less I've got to drive my arse around every day. I'd really like to do this more. Whether it stays the way it is and this is what it is, that's fine. Whether it grows or not, I don't know. Whether it will fizzle out and die, I don't know. But right now I'm having fun doing it. So, you know, although people giving donations and whatever is great, I understand that people either don't want to, can't, don't feel like it. I mean, you don't need to justify it, you know, not giving me money for God's sake, you know. And I'm not saying you are doing this, James. I'm just saying generally, you know. No one has to justify anything to me. So, well, thank you. You're a top man, Paul. Thank you. Yeah, well, you're a top commenter, man, you know. And conversely, if someone gave me a super chat of $500 and it was an offensive or horrible comment, I wouldn't read it out. You know. United Spurs of America, all you did was probe him and he attacked you. Yeah, he must have shat himself when I did it, eh? Must have shat himself. What? You're paranoid. Isn't Chippy also a mod on Staffy TV? I don't know. But he was saying this morning he's a mod on a lot of channels. So I don't know. I can't wait. You're having your own chat here. I don't know what the bloody hell Mardini everyone's talking about, man. Oh, dude, that was the funny thing about Jacob's stream, because there were some of us that were going on about the Chippy Napoli thing, and there are others that were just clearly talking about Jacob and the guys playing FIFA. It was two completely different worlds. Oh, dear. Staffy TV is a new sub to me. Thanks, man. I enjoy your work. Me too, new sub. Well, that's all right. It was worth doing then, wasn't it? That's all right. Thank you, folks. I'm not sure if you're not the Muslim guys, are you? Because I'm a Muslim. Salam alaikum if you are. And if you're not, well, still salam alaikum. You know, why not, eh? Doesn't hurt. And another new sub. Look at this. There's loads coming in. Bloody hell. Thanks, dudes. Shamu Vandervoo, Jacob asked, Tin Pot Channel. That's what he called me, Tin Pot Channel. So he gives me all this money, and then all of a sudden I'm a Tin Pot Channel. Can't mock someone on their channel when you don't have one or anything. Oh, I don't know. I don't care. People can say what they want. I don't care. It's like football fans, isn't it? You know, oh, big up Tottenham, and I really don't give a shit what other fans say. Oh, you said Spurs were going to win the league and you didn't. Oh, you're in the mud, hippie. Oh, well, I'll say the same shit next year, so stick around, you know. I've been saying it since 1978. I ain't going to change now. Big one. Lol, I forgot you don't like big up. No, I'm used to it now, man. I'm used to it. I'm all used to it. I'm in the vibe of big up, you know. It's only because I'm over 50 and I start watching this and it's all big up and all this, like, you know, do you call it trendy, you young kids? And I quite like it now. So big up Scott. Big up Scott. Was this another super chat? Another one. You can maybe say it's I gave 2 bars of gold. Can I have them back? And then my account will be deducted like $30,000 and I'll be bankrupt. Saw that Chippy Dud slated you before being nasty on Jacobs. Yeah. And it turns out he's a fucking liar. He's a fucking liar. Look at that. Chippy O'Neill. Aaron Dove 1131. Coincidence? Keep it real, Paul. What an a-hole. Yeah, no worries. Ernest Shout, forget about it, mate. Of course. It's just happened today. I'm not in the habit of doing this stuff, getting involved with YouTube shenanigans or whatever, but this is a thing that actually personally happened and affected me. So that's why I mentioned it. And just to let other people know, you know, that's the kind of guy he is. I do see him in people's chat and sends money, so he probably is scamming other people as well. Well, if he's done it to me and Jacob, who else has he done it to? Maybe he only takes some of the super chat back. I don't know, because there's 3 left but they were done yesterday, so I don't know if they can be refunded yet. Ernest Shackleton, your show will grow because people like listening to you. Thanks, man. Well, you know, I ain't going to change. I'm just going to do what I'm going to do. I'm not chasing the numbers because YouTube numbers and stats do all sorts of weird things. Sometimes I think I do some good videos and bugger all people watch them. Sometimes I just do one off the cuff and loads of people watch it. Sometimes the subs skyrocket. Sometimes they do nothing. And if I was just to react every time something happened, I'd lose focus of what I want to do and why I'm enjoying doing this channel, which is just me dicking about, basically, and that's it. But thank you, Ernest. I'm glad you're enjoying it too. Yasarian! Always in with a good comment, man. Yasarian. Afternoon, Paul and Hippies. That bloke is inadvertently also giving carpenters a bad name. Yeah, he could have called himself, I don't know, Mason O'Napoli. You know, to maybe cast some aspersions on the Funny Handshake Brigade or something like that. United Spurs of America, I feel like an idiot for bragging to my wife that I did record revenue this month. Oh no, fucking hell, dude, of course. Because he was giving Jacob big super chats. I mean big. The sort where you think, I mean, if someone gave me super chats like that, I'd be thinking, fuck, are you sure, man? You know, that kind of size. Record revenue this month as a reward for the hard work holiday, showing her the numbers yesterday, feeling proud of myself and my wife, man. See? Then today, I have to tell her some a-hole scam me out. Well, it affected you more than it affected me then, Jacob. I'm really sorry to hear that, man. That sucks. Shamu Vandervoo, that sucks, Jacob. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, I know. Hey, walaikum assalam. Knew we'd have one somewhere. Brilliant. Alhamdulillah. Donna Cullen, Mr. Jacob, don't sleep on a couch, please. Come to my place. This is weird. This is weird because I think I know who you are, and if I'm right. It is weird, man. It is weird, but it's quite funny, so, you know. Shamu Vandervoo, not him. I meant Chippy calling you a Tin Pot channel when he doesn't even have any subs or any channel. Oh, yeah, I know, but I mean, I'm open to anything. I don't care if what people say or call me or this channel or whatever. It doesn't bother me because if it's out on like internet land, I can just like block and ignore stuff. You know, it's not hard. Like, you know, now and then I'll get negative comments on videos I do, and unless they're offensive, they just get the same treatment as every other comment is, which I click the thumbs up and the love heart, and it disappears off my to-do list because I don't reply to comments. Just my thing. Call me a weirdo, but I just don't. But I do read them, and I do get a giggle out of most of them. I'm really encouraging you to engage with the channel by saying that, but I've said it a few times. I just don't reply. Very, very rarely. Donna Cullen, I have a holiday villa in Texas. There's a yacht nearby, and or is that been impounded? That's New York, isn't it? Nick Brown, blimey, Jacob, I didn't think about the repercussions. Yeah, I didn't even... sorry, man, I didn't even think of that myself. You know, and it's your missus' birthday coming up as well. That would have been fun. Look at this. Look at my channel. Hey, la-di-da-di-da. And then you go in, next day, and I'll show you... I'll show you... Oh, I don't care if you see the numbers for the last 7 days anyway, so... There you go. Look at that last bit there. Can you see it? Well, that last bit there on the right-hand side, that is minus $24, which shouldn't happen. Adrian Cheer, but now I've got some back from Adrian Cheer. Thank you very much. Adrian Cheer, imagine my boss gave me a pay slip only for me to find that the bank did not credit the pay because my boss claimed his account had been hacked. I know. It's this kind of thing, isn't it? Guarantee at some stage either he's going to change his name again or he will apologise and do the same shit again. You know. Donna Osterreicher. Am I missing something? Damn, 2 L's in 1 week. 2 L's? Well, we lost We lost against I've forgotten who we bloody played yesterday now. God, it feels like so long ago. Who did we play? We lost 4-2. Brighton, that was it. The mighty Brighton and Hove Albion. Well, that was 1-0, wasn't it? What's the other L? I don't know, man. I never knew Chippy was Aaron. Well, there we go. There we go. I thought it was 2 people between Chippy and Aaron. Yep. Some people haven't left kindergarten behaviour. Feel sorry for that guy. I'll pray for him that he has peace in his life. Inshallah. Ah, you're a member. Inshallah. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I might do the same if I've got it in me. Maybe I should. Maybe that's a good thing to do. Can't hurt, can it? Brighton, thank you. Seagulls, yeah, bloody seagulls. I thought what Jacob was saying in his channel, was it yesterday about the seagulls was funny? I hate seagulls as well. Well, no, I don't. I feel sorry for him, actually. The second element, this chippy bloke. Yeah. Flying chip thieves. We lost to Brighton Munich. I don't know. Oh, look, there was a lot of... there's been a lot of hoo-ha over that game, hasn't there? I saw Jamie O'Hara on Talk Sport. He was talking with Dean Saunders about, look, when you've got 10 minutes to go in a game, he's basically saying you've got 10 minutes to go in a game, you've got to fucking cheat. You've got to go to the corner flag. You've got to do this. The rules change. Well, I don't know if you lot were around the other week when I had Steve Perryman on the channel. His opinion was very, very different. And he said a manager never, ever asked them to do anything like that. They play to the whistle, like a proper football team should. And that's what I used to see when I used to go to Tottenham. Because, this game management stuff, so you're holding out 10 minutes from the end, which means there could be another 20 minutes to play. So you might as well just go and try and score another goal. If you start farting around and being a bit too smart in football, they could score against you and that's it. All your plans have gone, haven't they? So I love the lack of game management that Ange is doing and Tottenham are doing at the moment. If that's the way to hold out a game, why don't you do it from the start? Teams that under Conte and Mourinho tend to sort of do stuff like that, I suppose. But that's not the Tottenham way. No way, Jose. No way, Jose. There's a few of you. I thought this would be a bit of a kooky time to do a stream because it's Saturday evening in Australia, 7:15 p.m. and it's like that'd be 8:15 a.m. in the UK. So who's up 8:15 on Saturday watching twats on YouTube, eh? Well, you are. Or people in Asia, they're in between. Hey, Welsh gal, I'm up here early. Borodar. Sorry to hear this, Paul. There really are some internet nutters. Incredible, man. Sad times. Always a pleasure to see you. Thank you. And thank you for being a member of the commune, man. Super Chats and memberships are available. Remember, you don't get bloody refunds for Super Chats. Unless you're Aaron Dove, Chippy O'Napoli, then somehow you can do it. And then claim, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. But I've never had to give Welsh. I'll say this about Welsh gal. I've never had to give her a refund for anything. Never. Just accepts what I do. Accepts me for me. Thank you, Alison. I hope you're doing all right. I can't remember when I did a stream this morning. Let's get back onto football a little bit. People in the chat generally were okay with what happened yesterday. We didn't like losing, obviously. And the performance for a lot of the game was, I'm not going to say it was great or anything, but it wasn't all bad. I don't think it's a sign of something terrible. I don't think that Ange Postecoglou got anything really wrong. I can't think what else he could have done. I saw, people saying he should have made the substitutions earlier. I don't know. I thought we had a pretty good start to the second half myself. I think that was when Richie got an offside goal or something like that. Or just shot wide. So we came out a bit livelier for a few minutes, and then when that kind of died down, then he made the substitution. So I thought that was fine. I don't know what other players he could have picked. I guess people are saying we could be playing more youth teams. Well, Ange wants to win a game of football. If he thinks the kids can help us win a game of football, he'll put them in. You know, if they're not ready, they're not ready. They might be close. He might be gearing them up. But it's not happening at the moment. Might happen next game. I don't know when it will happen. Donovan Osterreicher. Sheffield tried to do us like that starting in the 20th minute. Absolutely. Yeah. See, it doesn't work, does it, man? It's no guarantee. It's like the way I hear some people talking about it, like Jamie O'Hara and Dean Saunders today, is like, if you do this, then you're guaranteed to get the result at the end of the game. And it doesn't. Football doesn't work like that. It really doesn't. And you're right, Sheffield tried to do that to us. It nearly worked, but we got the goals, didn't we? With that goalkeeper, Fotheringham, that's the guy's name, Fotheringham. What a bastard that guy was, eh? Slowing goal kicks, absolutely. Look how that turned out. And you know what was a funny thing about that was, it was a tweet by Chris Cowlin. And he said when he was walking back down the high road, he was just ahead of the Sheffield United team bus. And he said that because they wasted our time, he wasted their time. So he just pressed the buttons on all the pedestrian crossings and then just went for the next one. And I thought that was so petty, so juvenile, but beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Wonderful. James Paratrooper, we should have played the kids. When they're ready, man. You know. Look what, I don't know. Half-time and should have brought on Gio. I'm not really thoroughly impressed with Gio at the moment, but it's very easy to say things in hindsight. Sorry, crunch. But I think what he did was fine. Kev Knight, hi Paul, do you remember the days when a club used to have testimonial? Absolutely, I remember Odd Ely's testimonial, which was a fantastic day out. For players with long service and are now retiring or moving on, that's right. I'm thinking of Lloris, are they not doing it these days? I don't know if it's a thing, because my understanding, I might be wrong on this, but my understanding was it was like a bit of a golden handshake. So the player whose testimonial it was, their mates would play. You know, they weren't being paid for it, and they would get the gate receipts. So it was a little bung for them. And because footballers are paid so much money these days, they don't need that. You know, and you know, I think of some of the players I used to watch in the 80s. It's not like they're all bloody loaded. Some, you know, I know that some of them are like still working in like normal jobs because they were footballers earning okay, decent money, but not enough to retire on. And now footballers can, so you don't need testimonials, I don't think. Shamu Van der Veer, the last person who did that and pissed me off that much was Hart. He did that for Burnley when they came to Spurs. I don't mind Hart because I quite enjoyed watching him play for Celtic, but it is annoying when it happens, and it doesn't work a lot of the time. Shamu Van der Veer, that 3-2 Luton win couldn't have happened to a more time-wasting mug like that keeper. Yeah. I mean, out of the three teams that are at the bottom, I mean, I'm only going on the times they've played Spurs. I'd say Burnley. I'd like to see Burnley stay up because I think they're actually trying to play the game of football, and maybe Luton as well in their own way. You know, they're the Sheffield United. Sheffield United are always one of those. They've always been one of those yo-yo teams. They go up, they go down. You know, remember when Dave Bassett was manager and all that. Nick Brown, testimonials for players that earn lower wages. Yeah, man, that's it. Hey, I'll just do. Oh no, have I got a bit of water left? I've been using a McDonald's cup as a glass because I'm lazy. Hang on, I'm just get a drink. Talk about yourselves, chat. Oh, here we go. That's nice, that. Because it's still got a skerrick of ice in it, so I'm not going to waste it. I paid good money for my McDonald's meal. Now, I saw something big and glowy come up, which means someone's doing some money stuff. Here we go. David Shear. G'day, man. Gifted 5 Hotspur Hippie memberships. Now, I wonder if I can see who they are. Thanks, David. That's good. That's very cool of you, man. Will they appear? Oh, okay. Yeah. They've appeared already. So, let me see. I think that those memberships, you lucky people, have gone to Rowan Kumar, Side Answer 83, Donovan Osterreicher, Nick Brown, and Shamu Van Der Vu. And to be quite honest, I'm quite happy with who they've gone to because they're all decent people. Everyone here is all decent. But thank you very much, David. That's very nice of you, man. Very nice of you. I hope that works. I hope when people get gifted memberships, it doesn't do some crap like auto renew. So if you've been gifted a membership, check that. I wouldn't want you to accidentally keep paying me afterwards. You know, number of times I've done that with stuff. You know, free trial. Okay, I'll do that, and then I'll just forget about it. It's like, you just spent $50 for a year. What? I've done what? St Martin's 17773. I don't know why I have difficulty with that number, man. Timing of Valise seemed perfect. Well, got gold, didn't he? So I reckon you might be right. You got a point. Risk otherwise of setting them up to fail. Yeah, like I'm fully behind Ange. Fully. You know, I can't. I've seen him do this so many times. I've said it so many times on this channel and other channels. I've seen him do, you know, I remember the Asian Cup in 2015 when all the media and all the football hierarchy was telling Ange, Australia can't play football like this. We're not good enough to play football like this. You've got to be more pragmatic, Ange. And we won the Asian Cup. So there you go. Donovan Osterreicher, Bournemouth will be a cracking match at home. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, but unfortunately it's 1 a.m. New Year's sort of Eve night, if you know what I mean. 1 hour after the New Year starts, so I'm going to be working because it's a great night to work. Crap at the moment because no one's doing anything, but tomorrow night is going to be a big night. So unfortunately I'm going to have to watch the game after the fact. So I'm going to be in media block out. I'm going to put my phone, no messages, no nothing, because I don't want anyone telling me anything about the game. But I think you're right. I think it'll be a great game, man. I'm looking forward to it. Got no Kulu now. So, I don't know how we're going to go. That Solanke is in cracking form. Yeah, under the lights, we should have enough to get over the line at the lane. Yeah, well, he's hoping, you know. I hope so. I mean, if we lose again, more people are just going to be more vocal about it. I mean, it's like Spurs are a team that are not allowed to lose at the moment. If we lose a game, it's Ange is naive. Ange is naive. But how dare people say Ange Postecoglou's naive? How dare they? I find that personally quite insulting. That to describe a manager that has been managing since '98 is naive. I think it's because he's Australian or Greek or something like that. But I mean, they say the same shit over here about him as well. You know, there's reasons for that in this country. I've said them before, you know. Ernest Shackleton, Terry Naylor became a postman. John Pratt became a window cleaner. I mean, I find it a bit of a shame that these people that have given so many people so much happiness. I really think the club, Steve Perriman sort of mentioned this a little bit. I think, you know, there's enough money in football now to make sure that players of whatever clubs, you know, are seen all right. You know, there's enough. Look, if Eric Dyer's earning £80,000 a week, there's enough money to give to John Pratt and Terry Naylor and other players that are still working. I mean, they've made a lot of people's lives better, which is more than most people can say. You know, we all make a few people's lives better, you know, in our own way if we're cool people. But footballers make hundreds and millions of lives better, you know, just by expressing their art. And talking about art, a thought hit me yesterday about the way I feel about football, and it was because I was doing a watch along, and like during the game, I was quite. I wanted to be as emotional. Let's just let it all out. Whatever I was thinking, ups, downs, whatever. Let it all out. And it kind of reminded me what football used to be about to me, and what I think it's about to a lot of people. And it's not about winning and losing. It's about, you've got your life. You get issues or whatever, happiness, sadness, or whatever's going on in your life. But when football's on, none of that matters, and you can let it all out. It is an art form, because the reason I'm using that word is because I let a lot out yesterday. I wasn't like crying or angry or anything like that. But letting emotion out can be a really useful thing. Just as I do when I listen to music. I listen to a lot of music. Generally, it's to lift me mood, make me a bit perky, but now and then I'll also use music as a bit of a catharsis to let some, sadness out as well. And I think football does that. When you win or when you lose, just let it go. Let it go. And so I really enjoyed doing the watch along. And thanks to everyone that joined me for it. It was a surprisingly large amount of people, for this channel. And it was a lot of fun. I'm definitely going to do more of them, because it felt like I was sharing it with people. And sharing it at the ground, or maybe more closely as, down the pub, watching it with a load of fans. It was that kind of thing. So, thanks to everyone. Thank you. But that's what football is. It's not about winning and losing. Danny Blanchflower said it's about glory. If it was all about winning and losing, then everyone in the world would support Manchester City. We've got a guy that comes in here, Ian Barron. He supports Darlington FC. They're never going to win the European Cup, are they? So why do people support their team? It's for so much more than just winning and losing. Donovan Osterreicher. Cheers, David. Now I'm members on all my favourite channels. Yay, nice one, man. Thank you. Welcome. And as I say, you don't give bugger all for being a member on this channel. There's no paywall. I occasionally put little things up, but, which you can all look at now, so you can see the kind of quality gear I give the members. It's naff all, man. But you get my best wishes. Thank you very much. Rendezvous, big up David ×3, such a legend. Yeah, I know. Yeah, David, you do that. I've seen you do this at a few channels, man. So you're supporting quite a few of us out there. Thank you very much, David. Very nice of you. Nick Brown, another member of the Hotspur Hippie commune. Here we are. Look at this. Am I going to have to... I'm going to have to add loads of bloody names to the end credits now. I'm going to have to reformat it again. I will do it. Even though you didn't do it yourselves, I'm not going to discriminate. I will get onto it. I'll get onto it in the next couple of days. I'll make sure all your names are in the end credits. That's what you get for being a member. Because I was thinking, do I want to do members call-in shows? But I basically don't do call-ins. I just don't do them. I just like switching the laptop on, talking a bit of crap for an hour, and that's it. That's my thing, I think. I like watching other people do it, but doing it myself, I prefer just doing this. And if there's no comments, then I just finish early, Shamu Vandervoort, Happy New Year, David. Any plans beside 3 points against Bournemouth? That's a plan. Set in stone, Shamu. Dostoye. It's enough. James Paratree. Well, what happened when Valise came on the pitch? One touch goal, one goal. Yeah, he was a proper centre forward. Presence is about him and looks hungry. Yeah, well, this it's going to be good for his confidence, isn't it? We're going to probably need him. If we're calling Dane Scarlett back, bloody hell. We're in a bit of trouble up front, I think, without Son being around. David Shear, please know I'd never think of screwing people out. Oh, that would be the biggest thing going, man. If every channel I've seen you gift memberships to, all of a sudden everyone looks in like, minus? What? No, screwing people out. Oh, no, of course not. No, people don't. People generally don't, do they? It's just the one in a blue moon that does. Like what I'm saying with people when they're in my Uber. It's always the ones that say they will tip that never ever do. They're just doing it to blow smoke up my arse and get a thank you. But that is such a small, tiny proportion of the number of passengers I have. It's statistical. They're a statistical anomaly. I love your content and passion, Cobber. What a prize! You know why? What I am so fucked off. Yeah, I know. I think I know what you're trying to say there. Yeah. Oh well, don't worry about it, man. Oh, okay. Jacob says gifted memberships are only for a month and in. Okay, right. You're all in the clear. Shamu et al. That would be really. I mean, I'm glad they do that. That would suck, wouldn't it? That would absolutely suck. Say if you just went on someone's channel for the first time, said hello, and then you fluke a gifted membership, and you think, oh yeah, that's nice, and then you forget about it, and you're just forking out every month, and you didn't do it. So okay, that's cool. That's cool. Big up David. Yeah, I know David's done a lot of that on your channel as well, man. That's nice. David Shear. That's why I put my face to the pic. Sorry, it's ugly, love, but there you are. Hello, I can see you. Oh yeah, I'd never looked. There we go. No, everyone off. You're ugly. What am I, man? What am I? No, I know. I get confused with Brad Pitt all the time, so I know I'm just patronising you there, man. You know. United Spurs of America. So no need to worry about cancelling if you're a gifted membership. Okay, that's nice to know. It ends in 30 days. Perfect. Thanks, Paul and Nick. Says Kev Knight. It hadn't crossed my mind until recently about testimonials, but your replies make perfect sense with what they're earning these days. Yeah, even the not so good earn bucket loads. And you don't even have to look at the Premier League. You could probably go a couple of divisions down. I don't know how far you'd have to go down before, I guess a player playing for 5 to 10 years can retire. It's probably quite a lot of clubs, and there's a lot of players out there that don't even play. That just don't even bench warm. They're just sitting out their contracts. So, you know what I mean? With that amount of money in football, we've got to do right by the old footballers. We really do. You've got to bear in mind that, footballers or musicians or whatever, they're not always money savvy. Their money isn't their priority. They're not businessmen. Some of them are, some of them aren't, but they're emotional artists. That's what I would say they are. And I mean that in the best possible way. That's a compliment. So some of them, is no surprise they fall on hard times. And I think they're worth helping out. I really do. Shamu Vandervoo. You're all good, David. Not all of us can prime Elvis Presley. What? David Shear, big up, Jacob. What a prick thing to do to you, Jacob. Yeah, I know. Awful. But according to him, it's YouTube that made the error. Very selective error. Three or 4 or 5 super chats off me and a couple of big ones off Jacob. That's what happened. Rhythmic Eye. Cool name. What's your picture? Rhythmic Eye Media. Do you do stuff? Do you? I might have to have a look at you afterwards. Ange used to be coach of the Australian youth team. Just ask Craig Foster. Craig Foster's got to eat a load of shit, hasn't he, for that interview? That was a disgusting interview. That was like probably. that was the first time I saw. I know that was the first time I saw Ange for an extended period of time. I'd sort of heard about him, seen a bit, because that program, The World Game on SBS with Les and Craig, and before that Johnny Warren, who was fantastic. It was a really good program. I think probably every football fan in Australia would have watched those guys, and they were so good at it. When I first moved to Australia in '95, I understood that Australia wasn't a big football country, if you know what I mean, like not the most popular sport, and I was worried, because I was going to miss my football. And I remember when I saw Les Murray and Johnny Warren on TV for the first time, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to be all right here. I'm going to be all right. But that interview with Craig Foster, that was the first. I saw that live when it was on, and I just thought Craig Foster was being a total jerk off, absolute total jerk off. Is my camera lagging a bit? I'll just do a quick bit of surgery. There we go. Remove Vandervoo, already owe you big time. I love you all. Cheers, Dave. Sorry, David. What Well, Scout, another member of the Hotspur Hippie calling you nice work, David. Yeah. But you know what? Just because people aren't doing that, I like you all as well. You know what I mean? It's like, there's no obligation on this channel. You know, David is just doing that because he wants to. Thank you very much, David. Rhythmic Eye, I think he'll know when the youth players are ready. Absolutely he will. Like, Australian youth coach, I think he can spot it, can't he? David Shear, Shamu, glad you're here. I loved your input. Yeah, I like everyone in the chat. Because if I don't like people in the chat, I flick them. And just like Highlander, when he cuts someone's head off, I get stronger. I get the quickening when I ban someone. But I think I only had to ban like 2 or 3 people since June, so it doesn't happen very often. So hence, my powers are not very strong yet. David Shear, thanks. Oh, you're talking to each other. Thanks, Matt. Oh, you're all talking to each other. James Paratroop, what's going on with these teams committing nasty tackles against our players? And they get away with it, don't they? Yeah, you hear people talk, and it's apparently Tottenham has the discipline problem. And I don't feel that way. I don't feel that we've got a discipline problem. I think a team like Aston Villa has a discipline problem. Liverpool has a discipline problem. Nottingham Forest were a hard team, but I thought they were kind of just under the line. Maybe one of their players was over. So I think Nottingham Forest was a good example of a physical side that wasn't dirty, but they let you know they were there all right. But I don't see us as being the bad guys. I mean, I think we've been a bit unlucky with cards and whatnot, unfortunately. Oh, here we go. Abby is here, or Arby is here. Whom do you prefer, Dragosin or Todibo? You're asking the wrong person here. I know fuck all about any footballer that doesn't play for Tottenham Hotspur, I'm afraid. I just haven't got time to follow it all. But look, I mean, I've seen Todibo's name bandied around a bit, and it sounded like flavour of the month rumour from the summer window, which was Tap Sober. They both begin with T. I'll go for Todibo. That's as much sense as you're going to get out of me, man. As far as transfers and stuff go, man, I'll wait till they come in the door before I sort of look into them and get excited, because there's so many rumours around, and there's loads of Spurs channels that do a much better job of going into these these players. We're Tottenham TV, Sean Butler, Spurs Talk Show, Irish Hotspur. They're all right into that thing. So. And there's loads of other channels that do, probably THFC till I die. Oh, they all do it. They all do it. I'm the only one that's stupid, doesn't know what I'm talking about. It's not going to change. So Martin in the 70s, 773. Great point. Footballers now have more money than they could ever spend. I know. It's funny, it's the way of the world, isn't it? Like, when Ronaldo went to Saudi Arabia and it was like, I don't know, £1 billion or something like that. I'm thinking, I mean, how much money do you need? I don't get it. I don't get it. It's weird to me. But it's because I've got nothing. So and that's by design, really. Not interested in it. Footballers now have more money than they could ever spend on past players in certain straits. Absolutely. I was surprised to hear. I think this is true. I think this is true. Like Mickey Hazard is a taxi driver, and I'm thinking like Mickey Hazard was an unbelievable player. If we hadn't sold him, then when we got rid of Glenn Hoddle, it would have been Mickey Hazard all the way, and we wouldn't have noticed much. They're quite similar players. So to hear Mickey Hazard's driving a cab, oh come on. I mean, that's a guy that gave me a lot of joy, Mickey Hazard. I thought he was great, and he's always still involved in people's channels. I saw him on one channel. Was it Just a Girl Who Loves Spurs? He'd parked his taxi over to do a stream with them. A guy like that, so generous with his time with fans. And I don't expect anything from retired players. Some of them just want to go off and live private lives or whatever. So when a player chooses to talk to fans, I think it's icing on the cake. There's no obligation, but hey, it's pretty cool. Just like, you know, when I had Steve Perryman on the other week, it's like, wow, you know, he doesn't have to do it. Doesn't have to do it. Shamu Vandervoo, you guys overseas are so lucky you're not waking up at 1, 2, 3 a.m. watch Spurs. 13 and a bit years, and I've only seen Audi Cups. Yeah, I know. Well, I do it because, you know, I can, I suppose. If I was working like a 9 to 5 job, there's no bloody way. In fact, when I was working in a 9 to 5 job, which last time I did that was about 10 years ago, 9 years ago. That I was still in my kind of Spurs blackout. It's only it's just dawned on me since I got out of that world. I've been able to watch Tottenham again. There's always a reason for things, isn't there? Maybe that's the reason I quit my lucrative career, is so I could watch Tottenham more. I don't think so. Future music, you're right, Paul. Football is my release. Hope you're good, man. Yeah, I am. I'm good, man. Yeah, I'm looking forward to saving a bit of money, so I've been having a bit of future music. But bung your channel in, man, because I find it hard to find sometimes. Plug your link, man. Future music does like some drum and bass stuff, and I find it to be really quite good. And we've been having a bit of chat. He's been telling me how he does it. He's, you know, way beyond me. But it's good vibe, his music. So bung it in, man. Bung it in. Let me know if you have trouble doing it. It should. I think it should let you do URLs, but you know, just in case. It's well worth listening. He's got bugger all subscribers. There's a lot of people out there that do music that have got no one watching them. And there's some really great stuff out there. I might do a little stream on some things I found, actually. For future music's one of them. Put some nice videos together with it as well. Shamu Vandervoo, can join in if you want to do an Australian Spurs watch along. Yeah, I'll probably just do it on my own, man, because just getting everything synced up and can join you. What you mean? Not come on the stream? Now I probably won't have people on the stream, but I'm starting to do watch alongs. I saw another gold thing pop up here somewhere. Did I? Yeah, I did. Oh, it's Ren. Hello, Ren. The World Youth Cup was every 2 years. Okay, Andrew's a lot of experience in high-level games with youth. He does know. He knows what kids are like. And he was in that setup for like 7 years. I think he was like 4 years with the under what's it, and then 3 years with the under something else. He spent 7 years. You know, this is one of the things I was telling people about. Why hasn't Ange gotten out earlier? Well, he spent 7 years in the youth setup and then another 4 as Australian coach. That's a fair old chunk of someone's career. Thanks for the super chat. $7.99. More than those YouTubers. Anyway, I know everyone's a bloody expert, aren't they? You know, I just think if people have got it in for the manager, they got it in for the manager. And I think people are just waiting for us to lose so they can offload. But me, I don't care if we lose at the moment. I'm enjoying this season. I really am. I'm enjoying this season because I know either at the end of this year, or the end of this season, or the end of next season, we're going to have some really good times, and I'm having good times. So it's nice to enjoy every moment of it, all the ups and downs, the journey on the way to what I think will be a lot of glory at the end of it. So mine 7 private goods can't be... Hang on, I better just check on something on another view here, because I don't want to miss super chats. There's so many people in here tonight. That's I wasn't expecting this. Yeah, I think I've got all the super chats now. Cool. So mine 7 private goods can't be shared. Common goods like team spirit can only be had together and aren't diminished by sharing. In fact, increase. What a lovely phrase that is, man. Private goods can't be shared. Common goods like team spirit, I get what you're saying, can only be had together and aren't diminished by sharing. In fact, increase. Very true, man. That is, that's cool. I like that. Is that when I was talking about the watch along? God, I'm so behind with the chat. Yep. Oh, man. Oh, I'm so far behind. I go off on tangents. I don't know if I'll be able to do all the comments. I'll try. Okay, you're talking to each other. Good, 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 good. Okay, there's lots of people talking to each other. Nick Brown, I'm a voyeur, so don't worry about putting me on whatever. Welsh Gal, Spurs under Big Ange have had quicker results than we thought. Yeah, including me, man. Including me. I mean, I knew we'd get there, and I thought we'd get there pretty quickly, but not like this. Not like this. Stay the course. We're safe in hand. We're in safe hands. The Big Ange Express rolls on. Woo woo! That's right, man. The Ange Postacoglu choo choo. Destination glory. James Paratrooper, Sonny needs to be more selfish and stop trying to incorporate his teammates for this game. We need him to score more. Possibly, I don't know. I thought he had a good game. I've heard people say he was not around, invisible, or not a good captain. I think he's a great captain. I think he's a brilliant player, and I thought he had a good game. I haven't got a problem with that. I think he's great. Nick Brown, 2 more transfer windows, and then I'll scrutinise Ange. I think that's fair enough. Maybe could give him 3. Depends how. Well, 2 more. The 2 more will be enough to judge, won't it? You know, I'm not saying 2 more will necessarily quite get us challenging. It might do. It will get us closer. But I think for sure, yeah, it's fair enough to say what you think about Ange after that happens. Absolutely. Well said, Paul. Oh, I don't know what I was talking about, man. Sorry, Welsh guy, I didn't mean to be flippant there. Thank you for your comment. I can't remember what I was talking about. But it's all right, don't remind me. Don't remind me, because I'll just start going on one again, won't I? James Paratrooper, most athletes lose all their money after they retire. No money management skills and corrupt managers and fake friends. It's horrible, isn't it? Musicians as well. You know, that's why I put them all into like the world of art. I used to be an artist. It was a sideline. I've got a couple of pieces, 3 pieces, still at the National Museum in Canberra. Not that I was great here or anything, but I was good enough to get that far, and I got paid for it. And art, music, sport, I see a lot of similarities in these people, just expressing themselves in different ways. That's all it is. And you're right, man. People take advantage because they're people that. If you take musicians, they do it for free because they like doing it. So when you're quite happy to do something for free, people will take the piss out of you. I used to get it quite a lot when I used to do art. I used to get people ringing me up saying, "Can I put this in one of my books?" I say, "Well, how much are you going to pay me?" "Oh no, it'd be good exposure for you." I said, "Well, exposure doesn't pay the bills, mate. You know, and if you think it's good enough to put in your book to increase your sales, you've got to pay me. You just don't get shit for free. It's wrong." Even you people watching this YouTube channel, you don't have to give me anything, but every time you click skip ad, I'm getting money for it. So I'm getting paid for it. It's great. Nick Brown, hey Paul, think of the money being wasted by bad players. I don't know, man. It's probably bigger than national debt of some countries, isn't it? 200,000 for Ndombele, 100,000 for Lloris. Well, hopefully. There was word on the street yesterday that Lloris is actually going to America. 80k for Dyer. It's criminal. It's criminal, man. James Paratrooper. Look at what happened to MC Hammer. Did he go by the wayside? It's a shame. I don't really know much about him, but, you know, I just think when people give so much happiness to people, much more than a bank manager or some shit like that, you know. Paratrooper, I love Highlander. There could be only one. That's it. Let's hope Chippy O'Napoli turns up so I can fuck him off. David Shear, Paul, honestly, we've not played Ange's system. Yeah, I hate Ange. I'm glad I have the Ange ball, man. Oh, I hate that phrase too. I do, because to me, it's just football, isn't it? It's football. It's football. Only in patches. Yeah, absolutely. And you can see, it sounds like you're saying the same thing as me, David. You can see when it's working, when it's happening, when the players are clicking into it, but they're not at the stage where they can do it all the time. It's not second nature. They're getting there, though. They're definitely getting there. People don't get that, mate. Yeah, no, he needs time. Yeah. Paul, Dave, or anything, Cobbo. Just not late for dinner. £550 a week worth of deadwood. Oh, God, it's awful, awful. Move Andavoo, new subscriber, Jacob. Just realised I hadn't done it. You know what? I was having a chat with Kuva yesterday. We're having a chat about the good old times, you know, going to the shelf and all that. And the first thing he said was he said, you know what, I just realised that I've only just subscribed to your channel. It's like, well, you know, what can you do, eh? So you're not the only one, Shamu. You've done it, Jacob. Kuva's done it with me. Yeah, it don't matter. I don't have subs matters, really. Views, viewing hours, they're the things that are important on a channel. That's why I don't really bust the gut about it. You know, I've got a theory. If I just go on the subscribe, you fuckers, click like and subscribe. Why the fuck aren't you doing it? Then you might get some subs and then they'll just bugger off again. So that's why I don't mention it that much. And I figure, well, if you want to do it, you're going to do it, aren't you? And if you don't, you don't. It's, you know, it's all fine. Shamu Vandervoo would probably say to Debo. But in saying that, most of us would have picked Raya. Yeah, you got me there, man. Most of us would have picked Raya over Big Vic. Yeah, I was like, you know, I was keen on Raya, you know, when that started. When the Vicario rumours started, though, I thought I was open to it, I must admit. But bloody hell. God, we dodged the bullet there, I reckon. When you consider what Vicario, 20 million euros, Onana, 55 million euros. I think we got a bit of a steal there, folks. Look at how that turned out. I know, man. Jacob prefers to Debo because he averages over 101 touches per game. So, you stat nerd. Over 92% pass completions. He is like Romero in the sense of ball carrying and progressive passes. Well, hopefully he got a bit of Romero's steely resolve as well, because I like it. I like it. Don't mind the odd card. You know, and after a few transfer windows, our squad will be such that we can swallow a few cards here and there, you know, and we'll be fine. It's just now we've got to swallow a card with bloody Emerson Royale or something like that. You know what I mean? That'll change. Lenny Vial. Hello, Paul. All the best for the rest of the year. It's not very... There's only a day left, mate. So it's a scant wish. Scant wish. Beginning with Celtic win over Rangers. That's it tonight. Are they playing tonight at the Old Firm tonight? Oh, hang on. I was going to work tonight, but I don't know if people are going to be going out tonight. Let me just have a quick look at the Uber heatometer. If it's glowing red, I'm out of here right now. Just to let you know, I'm going. Nothing. There you go. It goes redder when people want Ubers. Nothing. God, it's a weird old time of year. Tomorrow, I'll be fleecing people. So I might actually. You know, I've just had. If I watch the Rangers Celtic guy, because I've got to try and get my body clock ready to work through the night tomorrow. What a perfect reason to watch Rangers Celtic. Stay up for it. Thanks for letting me know, Lenny. Great. Kev Knight. Paul, have you noticed how Pierre-Emile Højbjerg tends to be at the back when applauding the crowd after the game and he's first off the pitch? In short, he doesn't want to be there anymore. I don't know if I've noticed those specific things, but I have got that general vibe, man. Just his demeanour. You know, I don't know if I might be seeing something that's not there, but you saying that makes me think, okay, maybe what I'm seeing is valid. I don't think he does want to be there be here at the moment. Not that he doesn't sincerely try to put a shift in. I don't see him really. You know, he's nowhere near downing tools or anything like that. He does try. Sometimes that isn't quite up to it, unfortunately, but sometimes it is. You know. Jacob. James Paratrooper. Jose wanted to recruit Kim Min Jae. Yeah. This one again 3 years ago. We could have got him super cheap. Well, we got a Vicario now though. All right, it makes up for it. And Mickey van der Ven. Not bad. David Shear, Mickey Hazard is unreal. He's such a cool guy, man. Such a cool guy. Loves talking about Tottenham and his days as a footballer. Can remember, seems to be able to remember everything out of his career. Like that was it, because I said in a chat on when he was on Kate's channel, I said that he was playing in the last game I saw at Tottenham, which was in 1994, I think it was. It was Spurs against QPR. We drew 1-1. It was a bit of a shitty game, really. But I had fun because Mickey Hazard came on as a sub, and it had been a while since I'd seen him play. And it was so cool that he came back to Spurs. And so I said, you were playing in the last game I saw, it was against QPR in 94. And he said, yeah, I came on as a sub in the second half. And I thought, God, I can't remember what I had for breakfast. United Spurs of America goes against what I've been saying. It says, well, make sure you all hit the like button, free and helps the channel. Thank you, Jacob. People generally, I don't know what a good like count is. It seems to be all right. So, I can't complain, man. It's all going well. But thanks, Jacob. I hope to be streaming with you soon. I'm going to be working my arse off for about another month. And hopefully then I'll have a bit more free time. James Paratrooper. Kim Min-jae uses his headers to pass the ball. I think Davis is watching Kim's highlights because he's using headers to pass the ball too. Okay, I'll keep a lookout for that. Nick Brown, I apologise to Mickey Hazard for the times I slagged him off as a player. I won't even ask why on earth would you slag Mickey Hazard off? He was genius. So much fun. Have you done another gifted membership, man? Cheers, David. Let's God, I've got to edit the end credits again, so I suppose I'm editing them already. Thanks, David. Let's see who got this one. I think it might be Hotspurs. I don't know if it's doing these in the right order now. I think it might be Hotspurs. Oh, it is Hotspurs. All I had to do was look a bit further than my nose, and I would have been giving the answer there. Okay, no, Hotspurs is cool. I like Hotspurs. The man has lived football all his life. Absolutely, he has. Kim62, hooray! Glad to catch you, Paul. Always feel disappointed when I miss you live. I'm always around sometimes. I'll probably repeat myself a lot. Don't worry about it. It's nice to have you in here. Kim62 has been around going to White Hart Lane since the early 60s. It's amazing. I love. In fact, I know from my demographics that it gives you like breakdowns of people's ages, and most of my audience is over 60, I think, and I like that. Because they've got more stories of Tottenham than I have. And sometimes I hear some of them. I really enjoy that. So thanks for coming around. Kim62 is also a member of the Hotspur Hippie commune. Thank you. I'll be so happy when Ange proves all the doubters wrong. Oh, it's gonna be so sweet, isn't it? So sweet. And he wins something. He's gonna make us successful. But you know what? You know who's not doubting Ange? Those fans that go to the games, and they're the important ones. I'm just some twat on the internet now. But the fans going to the games, you can hear how they're behind everything. Even when we were losing, they're behind. Like when we were 4-0 down, they were singing, "Come on, you Spurs." I saw a few of them went home. The caviar eaters, they went home early. But so many fans stayed there and shouted so loudly that makes me very hopeful. You compare it to last year. I think I might have done a video on the Irish Hotspur about it. It's like, well, because I was thinking, what is it? The new stadium? The new stadium just doesn't seem to have any atmosphere. But obviously, I mean, what did the fans going to games have to cheer for week in, week out? What did they have to make them feel happy? Not a lot. Well, I mean, it's not about winning and losing. We did win games, but it wasn't satisfying. So the fans going to the games, they know what they're on about. Donna Cullen back. What bloody crap are you going to come out with? Here we go. Oh, dear, oh dear. Dear, oh dear. Ange Ball's official. I don't like the word either, man. I'm with David Shear. It's football to me. Football. I heard the pundits on Sky Sports say the very phrase, Ange Ball. Ugh. Well, we had Bazball during the Ashes, which I thought was a bag of old cack. Sick of the term. Oh, right. Okay. All right. I thought it was just me, but it turns out it's me and David. It turns out it's Cam Tinley as well. Thanks. Hey, okay. So hang on. Sorry, you're sick of the term Ange Ball, Paul. I'm totally sick of the people using the word naive. Yeah, I was having a rant about that earlier, mate. Exactly. I think it's so insulting. So insulting. I think it's quite loaded as well. Any other team that doesn't get good results or doesn't have a great performance, are their managers called naive? I've not heard it. Is Eddie Howe being called naive at the moment? No. Maybe he's been called not very good. Maybe some people are saying he's been sacked, which I think is ridiculous. But I can't hear anyone saying naive out there. Why is it just Ange that's getting called naive, I wonder? James Patrick, when Davies, Emerson, Skip and Højbjerg play together, they're more side passes and playing backwards. It's not Ange ball. The team reverts back to Conte ball. I don't even know. I don't even think it's Conte ball, because I think part of the problem last season was the players, I don't think, were even doing what Conte wanted. So I like a bit like the way we're playing now. You see glimmers of it. When we had Conte, we could see glimmers of it, but I think we were just crap. And when you're crap, it doesn't matter what tactics you play. You're crap, aren't you? Richie B. G'day, man. Good morning, Paul. Hope you're well and had a nice crimbo. Yeah, Lloris dealers are done, apparently. This is what I'm hearing as well, man. This is what I'm hearing. Hang on. Going to yet another person in the comments. Why does the thing disappear? Why does the comment disappear? I don't understand. It should be appearing. Stop it down. I'm streaming. Okay. Cheers. Bye-bye. I thought I'd be a dick. Breaking news, the Lloris deal is apparently done, according to numerous sources, including Richie B and some other random people on the internet. But also in the news, it seems to be pretty much confirmed, which is cool. LTL Cockerell, good morning from me. Good evening to you, Paul. G'day, man. I've forgotten all the Spanish that I knew, and I don't know any. ¿Cómo está? That's it. Hola, compañero. Donna Cullen, which seat are you in? I'm in Sydney. We could have hooked up when you were over in Perth if you forked out for a flight for me to come over and watch the Spurs play, but you didn't, did you? You just walked around in your bloody tracksuit like you were a sports person, with Daniel Levy wearing a tracksuit like you were like footballers or something. You're just cosplaying, Donna. Oh, all right. Ren, I think sometimes people are just searching for shit to fill in the content beast. Yeah, everyone can have their opinion, can't they? It's a big old world, There's probably people that if I'm compared to them, I would be negative, it's a big spectrum of opinions, but I just think everyone can say what they want, and I don't think people should be belittled, saying you shouldn't talk this way. You shouldn't talk this way. Oh, fuck off. You're not my mum and dad. They're dead. Who are you to tell me what I can and can't do? I can say what I want about Spurs. We're going to win the league. Might be absolute horseshit. I don't care. You can laugh at me at the end of the year. I don't mind. Doesn't bother me. I was at school with a bunch of gooners when they won the championship. I think it was 89. I was the only Spurs fan. Do you think anyone on the internet get anything on that? Not a chance. That inured me. It was all well-natured, though. It wasn't like, bad or anything like that. But it's like, every day I'd eat bloody shit. Shame we aren't in Europe. We'll be back. We'll be back. And I think when we return, we'll be a bit more competitive as well than we were last time, because last time it was an appalling shit show. Scraping through I don't know how we finished top of that group for a start, but we did. The game against AC Milan was horrible. Something I sort of... I talked to Steve Perryman about it. I kind of felt a bit sorry for Steve. I don't think I said this to him, but because Steve Perryman in 1972, was it? When we won the UEFA Cup, he scored a really good couple of goals against AC Milan. So they had Steve Perryman on as a guest against AC Milan when we're trying to hold on to a 1-0 defeat. And I just thought, bloody hell, what must this guy be thinking? You know, how far have we fallen? How far have we fallen? But we're on the way back, you know? We're on the way back. Edward White, I was hoping for a reunion between Ange and Jota. If Son and Brennan don't cut it, insert Jota. I've got faith in Son and Brennan. Maybe Jota, look, if wherever Ange buys, I'm for it, you know? I think Brennan is improving, you know? I think we were quite spoilt with the way Maddison and Van der Ven and Vicario just got going straight away. They just got going straight away. I haven't seen 3 players get into a team, you know, and settle down that quickly. And they still got more to go. You know, and I go back to players like Chrissy Waddle, man. Chrissy Waddle, when we got him from Newcastle, very shaky beginning to his Spurs career. But each game you could see, you know, you could see why we bought him. So you were patient. And he rewarded our patience after a few months by becoming spectacular. Another one of my favourite Spurs players, Chrissy Waddle. So with Johnson, you know, he's got time. He's got time, and I see him getting better. So I'm not worried about it. John S. Oh, we want our first choice and we'll get our 5th. Well, we'll see what happens, eh? We'll see what happens. I think we did all right in the summer. We'll see what happens in January. We're going to find out in a few days, aren't we? James Paratrooper, is Mickey Hazard still driving a cab? I think so. Tottenham shouldn't let a Tottenham legend drive a cab. I know. He should be employed as Tottenham by an ambassador or as a youth coach. I think he might be some sort of ambassador. I'm not sure. And I'm all for that. I'm all for these dodgy ambassador jobs just to give old players a few bucks. I love it. I think it's great. Clubs should do more of it. But I don't think even necessarily you've got to be employed. It must be, you know. And I know the club does help out some players when they're really in straits, but you know, just generally. David Shear, bloody net, lol. Oh, hang on, you're talking to each other. This is good. I can catch up a bit. David Shear, Jota would be great in my novice opinion. I think he could be okay. I'm not convinced, but I think he could be okay. Yep, naive shits me to tears too, man. Really does. God, I've been going a while, but there's so many chats here now. If I run out of water? No. Ren, I feel the same about winning or losing, and I always think maybe I was a bit weird like that. We can't expect to win every game, and why would you want to, really? Life is ups and downs too, yeah. It's funny, something I was chatting to Kuva last night about. You know, when we used to go to... we have very similar experiences of when we used to go to Tottenham. We were probably like bloody 3 feet from each other. It's weird, because we would have been going at the same games. Is that the whole experience was just fun. And a lot of the time it didn't really bloody matter. Because the team generally, you know, they played some exciting stuff. We used to have a rock and roll time on the shelf. We used to just sing for hours and hours and hours. Stupid stuff, funny as hell stuff was said. You know, celebrate or commiserate afterwards, and next day you couldn't talk. And it was just brilliant. Oh, here's another one. Yeah, you're right, Edward. I'm sick of people saying Ange has no plan B. There was some guy on TalkSport. He's only a journalist, though. What the fuck does he know? Saying, why have a plan B? Well, if it's not like, and this is the thing, it's not like there isn't any sort of change to the play depending on the match conditions, because that's what the players have got to figure out on the pitch. It's going to be different. The way it's like to me, it's like the philosophy of the play is the important thing, which is to go for it all the time. But how you do that can alter. So I'm with you. No plan B. We didn't need a plan B in 1961, did we? Yeah, the naive thing shits me too, says Ren. I even posted the dictionary definition in a stream the other day to show it doesn't apply here. You know what? I might educate myself, I think. I think I might know what naive means. But maybe I don't. Maybe I'm being naive about it. I think before I look at it, I think it's like, you know, like almost like, I don't know, ignorance in a way. Just don't know. You're unassuming. You're not worldly. Something like that. That's what I'm guessing. Of a person showing lack of experience, wisdom, or judgment. Yeah, okay, that's kind of sort of in the right ballpark. Natural and unaffected, innocent. Yeah, I mean, how can any of that be Ange at all? It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. You're right. You're right, Ren. Move Vandervee, that's why I'm still supporting Spurs, Ren. Yeah, imagine how it's going to feel for me seeing Spurs lift the trophy for the first time. Oh, it's going to be a great feeling, man. I mean, I'm lucky. I have seen it a few times in my life. Well, in my lifetime, it's been 8 major trophies, but I can remember 5 of them. Three with great affection in 82, 81, 82, and 84. And if it wasn't for Margaret Thatcher and Irving Scholar, we would have won the bloody league. But we didn't. You're crying. I'm not even about. I will. You're gonna cry. Bloody hell, man! I'll be blubbing like a baby. There's no doubt about it, man. No doubt about it. Look, the Carabao Cup, maybe not. FA Cup, yeah. There's a potential for that one. Premier League, oh, I'm gone. I'm gone. Oh, dude, even just thinking about it is making me tear up. So yeah, no, let it all out, brother. Let it all out. That's cool. Skip is at least an England international. That tells you about England, doesn't it? Who's news? I don't rate Skip myself, but I don't know. We need some upgrades in there, don't we? So that's who we've got at the moment. When people hear someone else saying something and then just jump on the bandwagon, the naive thing. You know what bandwagon I noticed is? Strange little things annoy the shit out of me. And so there's variations on this, but when someone's trying to look super clever, they'll say, well, of course, as Einstein said, the definition of madness is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Einstein didn't fucking say that. He didn't say that. I've forgotten where that quote comes from. It's kind of a mishmash of a few other things, but it's become like, well, of course... of course, it's not. No, it isn't. God. Naive prejudice against outsiders. You might be onto something there. You might be on. That's what I think it is. That's what I think it is. That's why I think he's been on the brunt of it in Australia as well as England. But the fans know. The fans of every team he's managed know what he's about. I mean, you try and tell a Celtic fan or a Yokohama fan, Brisbane, even Australian national team fan, or any soccer fan in Australia, that Ange is naive. They'll laugh at you. They'll laugh at you. Sorry, fact, I don't know. Marquis and Lloris could be getting a farewell at the game tomorrow. Look, if it's all official, why not? Bring him on as 5, or bring him on in 5, maybe game time. If we're winning 5-0, make it 10-0. Fuck, it's Hugo Lloris, isn't it? Or maybe just get him, There we go. I'm still stewing over him quitting at half-time against Newcastle. That's what I'm stewing against. I didn't like him as a captain. LAFC is going to Hollywood. Chem62, that's why I love Ange so much. I feel it too at the stadium. The atmosphere has changed. It's a joy going after the turgid football in the last seasons. It was depressing, man. When did I ever experience something similar? Like, I suppose, maybe the 90s, I guess. But even then we tried. We tried to play a bit Tottenham-y. Except we were owned by an absolute cock. Alan Sugar. We've had a series of cocks owning our club, haven't we? Irving Scholar, Alan Sugar, Daniel Levy, who may show us that he's changing his spots. I'm not convinced yet. We need a few windows. You know, I don't know, man. I don't know. But yeah, I'm really loving hearing the fans singing when I'm watching the games. I'm really enjoying it. It's giving me chills, absolute chills. Ren, I might have to draft an email to an old mate to let him know that he's a bit naive to throw around the word naive without knowing what it means. Nick Brown, another member of the Hotspur Hippie commune. Thanks, Luis, for your service. Enjoy the MLS. Watch out for that pesky fellow Messi. Oh, yeah, that'd be all right. Well, 2 World Cup winners against each other. David Cheer, Paul, I filtered the hay from the chaff. Okay. Good. I've got a memory of 30 seconds when I'm doing this, I tell you. What's the time? I'm 10 minutes behind. Okay. Move Andrew. Still laugh at the name Joondalup, David. And Joondalup times no way I could take that. I don't even. I have no idea what that's on about. Sorry, man. Kev Knight, Paul. He's talking to anyone. Kev Knight, Paul. I find it hard to criticise too many managers these days. Most of them manage a club with limited financial resources, so at the end of the day, they can only work with what the club can afford. Do you mean managers at Tottenham or in general? Because I think there are some managers out there that I'm not convinced about. Like Ten Hag, I think it'd be a big example for me. And I know, Mark Goldbridge would be one of those people that say, well, it's the players. The players are getting manager after manager sacked. Well, we had that at Tottenham, but you get the right manager in and he sorts that shit out. The leadership group is basically non-existent now. The group of players, senior players that used to run the club, that's gone. So I think there's and there's probably loads of good managers that are in lower division clubs as well. I mean, they are just not getting opportunities. Non-league, different countries. It could be anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world. There could be like a bloody local team in Tibet or Paraguay. I don't know where. That's got a great coach. More of them get chances, the more it's good for the game, isn't it? Oh, you're all talking about each other. Ren, it's not about the destination, about the journey. That's it, man. All this, I want a trophy. Where? That's what it sounds like to me. Where? Why haven't we got a trophy? Because we haven't fucking deserved one, have we? It's not easy to win a trophy. I know, because I've seen us do it, and it wasn't easy. It was, in fact, it was jolly hard. Wow, I want a trophy now. Why haven't we got a trophy now? Well, we're not good enough, but we will be soon. About the journey and the friends we make along the way. That's it, man. But people can think what they want. I just like good football. Yeah, fun. I'm enjoying it. David Paul, he loves paying him forward. I admire him for. Sorry, man. Maybe I'm fading now. I don't know. Smooth Andrew. Hang on. Oh, he's one that says hi, Paul. All right, I'm with it now. Sorry, David. I find the flow hard to comprehend sometimes. It's not you, it's me. Hi, Paul. Bournemouth going to be a very tough match. 5-0. They are in good form. They are. They're a team I'd kind of like written off not so long ago. I thought they made a mistake by sacking their previous manager, but seem to have turned things around. Whether it's temporary or permanent, who knows, man. We need a top performance after the midweek shambles. I wouldn't call it shambles, but I mean, you can call it that. Any changes would you make to the starting line? Well, I don't know. Who have we got available? We've got bugger all, haven't we? So whatever Ange does, that's the best thing. Ange doesn't have to answer to anyone, exactly. And I think he's got the right personality to even get what he wants out of Daniel Levy. That's why I'm really hopeful. This isn't the first club owner he's had to deal with to get stuff. They're not all nice guys, Who's news? Main thing in the window is to try and trim the squad. Yeah, I agree. We've got to get some out. That's probably why we didn't buy any more players in the summer. We just couldn't get rid of any more. And what I think really, selling Davis and Sanchez right at the last moment, I think was a bloody good move, because that's a problem we don't have to sort out now. You know, maybe it would have been nice hanging him around because we had such an injury crisis. But I think in the bigger picture, I think it was a fantastic move to get rid of him. And he seems to be having a great old time for Galatasaray. So it's worked out. Get the wage bill down, then the wages off the bill can go back on the bill for new players. Yeah, I agree, man. It's the wage bill, and I think it's the number of players we've got as well. You know, just squad. You know, Nick Brown. People's Jota hasn't kicked the ball in anger since King's coronation. I have to bring that up. Ugh. By the time he's fit, it's Hotspur Hippie channel. It's not the Hotspur Piers Morgan channel. So you know. By the time he's fit, season will be over. And why didn't Ange go for him when he was for sale? I don't know. Maybe he just thought he wasn't up for the job, or maybe it's what I've been saying. We had too many players in the squad. I don't know, man. I don't know. Don't know. Is the answer. But, so you would have gone for him? Okay, I get that. Lloris is a big wage off the bill, absolutely, which can go to Todibo. Todibo. I'm getting on with the Todibo hype just like Tapsoba. Two players I'd never heard of before. People mention them. Well, I suppose doing a YouTube channel, I've got to be let's get Todibo. I'm an expert on Todibo. He fits our... Excuse me, I forgot to hit them. Hang on. You didn't want to hear that. David Shear's done another gifted membership. Am I going to instantly see who it was? I think it's Edward Y of Oz, is it? Edward Y of Oz. Thank you, David. Welcome to the Hotspur Hippie commune. You get nothing but, you know, but my best wishes. Thank you. Shmoo Van der Vu. I've seen him tear it up with Brisbane. He was a menace in the A-League. The only one I can think of close to him is that Ernie Merrick guy, but Ange is way better than that C-Tech Alex Ferguson. Wow, God, I've got so much chat to get to. Who's news? Stanisy Dumbo Mazambo deal is 70% done. Plays like Doku at Manchester City. You might as well say it's Laurel and Hardy, mate. I'll take your word for it. I wouldn't have a clue. I wouldn't have a clue. Shamu Popovic is sorry, Popovic is decent. Yeah, no, Popovic is decent. Yeah, absolutely. Radu Dragushin is 58%. 58% done. What's the... Hang on, who's news? Where are you getting all these percentages from? What's all this? I mean, I'm not saying it sounds like bollocks, but it sounds a bit like bollocks. 58% done? Whose scale? I mean, is Romano's tweeting these days now? He's tweeting percentages, is he? Wow, he's getting accurate. Shmoo Van der Vu, hang on, you're talking to each other. Mark Ian, who would you have as captain with Sun gone and Madders and Romero out early January? Far out. That's an interesting question. I'd not even considered it. Ooh. Well, look, I don't like goalkeepers as captains, and I don't like strikers as captains. Generally, I think Son's a very good captain, though. So I like Son. So it'd have to be a midfielder for me, or a defender. Bloody hell, who's it going to be? Ben Davies? Maybe, if he's playing. I mean, he's Wales' captain. He's got experience. You know, I don't know, man. I mean, your guess is as good as mine. I don't know. It's 59%. An update. Breaking news. The transfer is now up to 59%. Excellent. Shmoo Van der Vu, Michael Theoklitos. He's the current Hugo. Oh, hang on, you're talking to each other. Hang on. David Shear, Perth Glory had one. Bobby Despotovsky. What a champ. Oh, there's lots of good Australian players, you know. Lots of great Australian players. And you've really got to love the game over here to play it because there's so many more lucrative, alternatives if you're a sporty. Because, generally, if you can play one sport, you can play bloody all of them. Depends what you play the most or what you love. So I've got a lot of time for Australian soccer players. It's not easy for them. Also, still in 2023, people get abused in this country. If you like football, it's called a certain racist phrase, which I think some people in this country, because that word is said so much, it's not racist. Not racist, just having a laugh, isn't it? I'm just joking, it doesn't mean anything. Well, you speak to someone that's been actually called that in hate, and you might get a different opinion about it. So, it's my friends are of European backgrounds mainly. I hear them say it to each other all the time. It's something I don't say though. It's not my place to take part in that. I can laugh with them, but I won't say it myself because I haven't experienced I haven't earned it. I haven't earned it. Shmoo Van der Vook. Oh no, you're still talking to each other. Oh yeah, you're going on it, man. Who's news? Conor Gallagher is 57% done. Oh dear, you're giving me a tickle, Who's news. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Looking, comments have knackered a little bit. Hang on. Oh, you're all saying hello to each other. That's good. You're all chatting with each other. Oh, here we go. Here's one for me. Hello, Mick Dundee, member of the Hotspur Hippie commune. Evening, Paul, mate. Come on, you Spurs. That's it, man. Come on, you Spurs. Donovan Osterreicher, when you score, you make the Spurs sing Jota on the wing, Jota, Jota on the wing. I don't know how the tune to that goes. If it did, I would sing it. No shame. Vicario or Porro. Oh, I don't know. Hang on. Emma Goat should be captain. I mean, Angel pick someone money. Oh, hang on. Oh, right. Okay. Mazambo, drag us in. Conor Gallagher wouldn't be the worst window. High percentage means they've agreed a price. Why does that mean like 90? Then what's the? I mean, they're very specific percentages. It's not like 40, 50, 60. It's like you're like 58, 59. Oh, hang on. Ren says 68.3% of percentages are completely made up. That's right. 60% of the time it works all of the time. Ren, I've always found midfielders to be the best captains, but Davies would be my pick. Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, I suppose. I don't know. I haven't given it too much thought. Angel pick someone. It could be. If Davies is playing and he's a national captain, surely that's something. I mean, I wish he wasn't playing sometimes, but, that's who we got, isn't it? I don't know. James Paratrooper, Emerson has some sweet dance moves, some sweet moves on the dance floor. That's captain material in my book. Okay. Well, any reason's a good reason, isn't it? 138k average league salary. I looked it up today. What, per week? Oh, A-League. Oh, A-League salary, 138k average A-League. See, there you go. You got the salary cap and everything. Wow. I mean, it's not like, rugby league players, some of them earn decent money, but a lot of them don't. There's a lot of money floating around sports, and it's going to interesting people, I think, in this country. I don't know. I suppose at least with football, at least if there's loads of money in the game, I'd want it to go to the players rather than owners and anything else. But I just don't like the way all the money is in the game, really. James Paratrooper, Emerson. I sounded Dutch there. Saying like Steve McLaren. The underdogs? Emerson should utilise some of those sweet moves when he is running at players. Maybe should. Rhythmic Eye, I think we need a transferometer for the January window. Oh, it's too much work, man. I like where you're coming from. I got the Dreamo-meter. I'm flat out doing that, and that's only 2 numbers, man. Whose News is all over it with his percentages. Oh, mate, my brain hurt. He could give me the percentages. That would be funny. Yosarian, the fact the bloke felt the need to rebrand himself simply Theo, I must have missed something else in the chat, but I get what you're saying, rather than his full name, tells you everything you need to know about our society. I have friends that have done the same thing. I don't have to rebrand my name. I don't have to change my name from Paul for some reason. I can't quite put my finger on it. Yosarian. Mysterious, isn't it? Peter Jenner. G'day, man. Evening, Paul. Watching from my taxi in Katoomba. Nice part of the world. Man. I hope you do a lot of business out there. You know, I was driving to my mate's house, and yeah. I'll know not to Uber in Katoomba because I don't want to nick your livelihood. I think it's only tourists that do it anyway. But I suppose you're going back and forwards between Lura. I suppose that's quite good runs, isn't it? Cover some miles. You can generally do them fairly quickly, unless there's traffic, I suppose. I hope your customers are kind to you over this period. I hope your customers are always kind to you, actually. Oh, here we go, Larry. Larry's for 72% yesterday. It's a hope generator. Shamu says, oh, they're talking to you. Sorry. Kulu should be captain. Hey, well, there's another good shout, maybe. I never thought of that. David Shearer, I love all sport. My first sport was Aussie rules, but I love soccer since 1980. When I was 10, some people are just blinking in life. Yeah, I mean, Aussie rules is probably my sort of my blind spot in Australian sport. I haven't really got into it. I don't follow it. I don't really understand it. I don't watch the grand finals. Rugby league is something I don't know much about. I've been kind of sort of getting into it a little bit. And cricket, you know. But football, it's always been football. Football. Donna Cullen, Mr. Davies will not be in the starting 11 the whole time. I think you might. I think you might be right there. I think you might be right. Average NRL salary is 600,000. Average, eh? Average. Wow. Okay. It's still a bit. I don't know. I suppose if your career, you got a 10-year career, maybe 15-year. Can you have a nice retirement on that? Maybe it's sort of borderline, though. Oh, maybe you're going to be so you would earn in 15 years what most people would earn in like 100 years, I suppose, something like that. So yeah, maybe. But I mean, I don't begrudge any sports people getting paid. I'd rather them than other people involved in the game. They're the ones doing the work. They're who I go to see. Jamu Vandervoo, what's Aussie rules then? Must be close to $1 million then. Oh, I don't know, man. Maybe Ren's onto it. I don't know. I think she is. Nick Brown talking to transfers. I believe we will get one centre back and an MC youngster. MC youngster. Midfield centre mid. Oh, it's how little I know about football, man. You know. Oof. Oh, Ren, here we go. 400,000 for AFL players, so way less than rugby league. No wonder most kids go into those codes. Well, of course. Plus, you don't get as much abuse. Donovan Osterreicher, every time you're on the ball, we know there's going to be a goal. Our superstar from Portugal. All right, I think you're trying to put some vibes out of there to get Jota. Let's see if they work. I'm surprised NRL is more. So am I. LTL Cockerell, are there any players over in the A-League that are just that are smashing it if it could cut it in the Prem that we may look at? Look. I don't watch. I don't watch any A League, man. Maybe someone else in the chat knows. If there is, Ange will know about it. That's for sure. That's for sure. Do they have the cap like NRL players? I know A League has caps. Maybe AFL. I don't know. Shmoo Vandervelde thought Aussie rules would be the biggest. The fans, they get way outnumber NRL. Seems way more popular from what I can tell in New Zealand. Maybe ticketing prices are more reasonable for AFL or something like that. Maybe it's, still a bit more working class. Because don't forget the record crowd at White Hart Lane. Forgotten the exact year. I've forgotten the exact number. It's something like 1936, and it was over 70,000. 100 years later, $1 billion on a stadium. We've got it all the way back up to 60,000. That's progress. Oh, you went to Sydney last night. Oh, that's a good ride. Oh, what did you get? Oh, sweet. I hope that was a fair, man. Excellent. Don't know a striker. I reckon if we get Jota, he'll be like our version of Watkins. A pacey, dynamic, explosive, attacking goal threats. Wonderful. If you're right, well, let's get him. Get him in. Ren says, I grew up in the Illawarra. Was a huge league town. I don't know how I feel about Illawarra, man. Was Illawarra Steelers merged with St George Dragons and knackered the club all to hell. So, but my brother-in-law played for Australia. Oh, wow. He leads for a bit. Bloody hell. I was a football fan. Oh. There's enough different sport for everyone, isn't it? Great. My ex-brother-in-law says Ren is a plumber now and a cop. Couldn't really retire. Well, he's picked a good occupation there, isn't he? James Paratrooper, I'll be happy with 10k a month. Yeah, I know. I should have been a footballer. I blame my parents for not supporting my athletic aspirations. Yeah, why didn't my parents, knowing that I was completely uncoordinated and clumsy, force me to do it? David Shearer, I reckon players' attitudes would change if they played under a salary cap. They certainly would. Absolutely. Scrolling down. Here we go. Jeff Totten from Perth. Cole Spurs. G'day, Paul. Hope you're well. Yes, man. Not impressed at all about that game. Well, I wasn't impressed for periods of it, I must admit. I did a watch along. I've got the highlights up, which it took me like bloody 2 or 3 hours to edit. 3 hours of watch along down to about 10, 15 minutes. And no one wants to watch it. So I don't think I'll be doing that again. But you can get the gist of my emotional roller coaster from watching that. And yeah, I wasn't impressed with some of the game, but it ended on a reasonable note. So I still kind of enjoyed it, man, Daniel Sandoval, good morning, one love. Peace and love, man. Thanks for coming in. Oh, whoa. Whoa. I wonder if Mountain Bushman is watching this. Oh, Ren. Oh, you've gone and done it now, man. Oh. So, the Steelers had won 11 grand finals in a row, had they? Or they'd won grand finals a lot? Steelers? Formed in 1980 something? Hey, I'm leaving it there, man. Dear, oh dear. Rhythmic Eye, we should get Beshart Barisha back to play for Spurs. Who's that then? He was an animal fringe at Brisbane Roar and Melbourne Victory. Highly recommended watching his highlights package. Okay. Might have a look. Okay. My daughter-in-law is a detective here in Perth. Oh, I'll say nothing. Donovan Ostriker, peace, Paul. Going to continue my holiday tradition of watching every Marvel movie in chronological order. Oh, is that becoming more of a chore every year? Is there sort of... Because I remember, like, maybe it's because my kids were young at the time as well. You know, the first lot, we used to go regularly to see them. We just all got around the same time a bit bored with them, and it was around about the time Thor Ragnarok. We just thought, ugh. And that was the last one I've watched. Jamu Vandervoo, Red V. Don't tell Ren that the Red V is the iconic bit, you know. Love my 94 Raiders jersey with the Video Easy sponsor. Was it Manly had Pepsi? Well, I mean, you know, this is 1999. And it's bearing up better than my new kit with the iridescent labels. The letters are starting to peel off a bit now. But they're peeling off. I'm sure there'd be a way for me to reaffix them. Not a good cop. Are there any good cops? Well, in my opinion, not really. Because... And I'm saying this because my dad was a cop as well. My dad was a policeman, and this was in the Metropolitan Police in London. So I knew quite a lot of policemen growing up. And seeing how the police behave in New South Wales, I think either they've done something morally wrong, or they've turned a blind eye to a colleague who's done something morally wrong or broken the law or done something, you know, or actively covered up doing something wrong. There's no cop that has never seen a cop do something shady unless they're brand new, wet behind the ears. That's why I don't really have time for them, really. You know, I'm in a minority in Australia because it's all cops at tops here. But I've seen you know, driving around even, I see cops doing all sorts of horrible things to people. You don't see them doing it so much in Vaucluse for some reason. Shamu, if you do watch-alongs, can I get timestamp the goals if that makes it easier? Can I timestamp the goals? You can do, oh, look, is that, you mean timestamp on comments or something? Yeah, you could do what you want, man, but I edited it. Oh, I say for future ones. Hey, look, yeah, I don't care, man. You know, people can take clips or timestamp or whatever. Yeah. Thanks, man. Yeah, that's cool. Very cool. In the comments, yeah, of course you can. Ren, I'll die on this hill, Paul. It's not about trophies, no. Yeah, you're right. They're nice though, aren't they? But, you know, someone supporting Wealdstone Football Club they're not in it for the trophies. So what are fans in it for? It can't be just trophies, can it? Maybe it is for new Chelsea fans and Manchester City fans. But not most football fans at all. Most football fans in the world support a team that will never win bugger all, apart from the odd game of football. That's it. Manly had Pepsi. I remember my dad wearing one of those, and had a Brisbane Broncos, the retro ones. Yep, and they're still. I was having this chat with a mate of mine yesterday. This is still in very, very good nick. Very good nick. I don't know how many times it's been through the washer and dryer, and it's 24 years old. The one I got this year, the badge is all fucked, and I've washed it maybe 4 times. It's all fucked. Ren, my daughter is a huge Manly fan, thanks to her father. Oh, well, you know. Got to support someone, haven't you? Ren, I'm doing a law degree and criminology degree. I've seen enough to make an informed decision. What was your take? Did you say there's no good cops? I think you might have. That's what I said anyway. I think you sparked me off on that one, didn't you? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I see what they do, man. I see what they do. You know. I mean, there's also the morality question for me because you know, being a cop is a violent job. You're threatening people with violence. What I mean is, like, if someone doesn't do what they say or they arrest someone and they resist, they can use violence. And the basis of what they arrest someone on is a charge, or you know, it is a suspicion that they've broken a law. Laws are defined by the government, so one thing could be illegal today and legal tomorrow, and that will change how a cop chooses to enact their violence on someone. That to me is fundamentally immoral. Anyway, back to the football. Hotspur Hippie. What can you do, eh? Oh, I love Iron Man. There you go. Well, yeah, it was good. James Paratrooper, greater responsibility doesn't create character traits, it reveals it. An interesting take. I'm not sure if I agree with that or not, but it's interesting. It could be true. Something to ponder. Thank you, James. Three-legged dog. All the best for the new year, Paul. Thank you very much, man. Looking forward to listening to your positive stream on Spurs. Well, you know, you know, if things go really shitty, I'm not positive, but I think they're going well at the moment. Last year, you should have seen what I was saying on Irish Hotspur last year, man. I was not positive. I was on the verge of burn the whole club and just start again. But while it's good, it's good. A-League is good for a reserve keeper to replace Lloris, and the under-21s have good prospects. Okay, there we go. That's answering the question. Neil Piccinelli, live next door, Steelers legend. Do they have legends in there's a Steelers Hall of Legend fame immortal, is there? Like a little corridor somewhere? Like under the stairs, like Harry Potter's bedroom or something like that? I don't know. Jamu Vandervoo, you have to hand wash jerseys, Paul. That's why all the stuff comes off it. Well, I'm not changing. This has never been bloody hand washed. Sod that. It's been tumble dried to fuck. Look, hang on. Look, it's a football top, for fuck's sake. It's not an Armani suit. What, we're going to have football tops in the future, dry clean only? Oh, fuck the world, man. Fuck the world. Oh, well, I mean, look, it's not like the badge has come off. It's just the iridescent stuff. So I actually don't mind it because it makes it look a bit more like a navy badge, which is what I prefer anyway. Fucking hand-washed jump football tops. Give me a break. Ran, yeah, I did say that about the cops. Okay, I just finished an Indigenous Australian unit for uni, and I wish everyone knew this stuff, especially about how cops work with the vulnerable members of the society. I've seen it so many times, man. So many times. And you know, you only got to look at how many Aboriginal people are in prison. Aboriginal Torres Strait Islanders. I mean, what they do is they have this framework that they can just bugger you up if they don't like the look of you. And this is a phrase I've heard from so many policemen. I heard it from a retired policeman that was in my car about a year ago. He was an old detective guy. And we were talking about driving and all that. And I know the road rules. And he says, yeah, there's about 50 other rules. You know, basically we can get someone if we don't like the look of them. That's what they said. It's disgusting. Disgusting. Law's just made up. Cops can pick and choose who they want to enforce. Absolutely. Of course they can. And they don't pick on big violent criminals. They pick on homeless, poor, people from the trans community, outsiders. That's who they enforce laws against. Would not be surprised, this three-legged dog, if Wayne Bennett came back to St George, do you reckon? He seems to still love coaching, doesn't he? After he finishes with the Dolphins, he says he's not retiring, so we will see. Okay. I'll ask my mate about that, what he reckons. I mean, Wayne Bennett is a completely brilliant coach, isn't he? Three-legged. Oh, hang on. Yes, there is, Paul. They were very good. What? I don't know what I was talking about there now. Fucking hell, sorry. Oh, God. I don't know what I'm doing. No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't bagging you, Shamu. No. This is me having a revolution against the modern bloody world, mate. You didn't make the top to make it. Are you? Is that serious? Is it serious? Does it seriously say on the label hand wash only on a football top? Come on. I mean, you're right, aren't it? I mean, well, the proof's in the pudding. I didn't hand wash it, and the badge is fucked. So you must be right. You must be right. Crazy. Ben Blackman, late to the chat. G'day, Ben. G'day, mate. I hope you clean up on New Year's Eve. I hope no one gets sick in the car. It'll cost me a lot of money. Tottenham's still good, mate. Absolutely at the top end of town. The tippity top end of town. It's not even a song. Need to score more goals. We'll be all right, man. We'll get there. David Shear, love my faded Levi jeans. Now they sell them like it, you know. That's a beautiful thing about some things. You do nothing and it becomes a good thing. Paul Nichols, hi. I used to love to go in the Bell and Hare pub, have a good sing along, sing and get something to eat on the way to the ground. I used to stand in Paxton Road. Not the same now, no. Well, I was the shelf man. I do want to go back to Spurs someday, though. I really do. Well, you know, get out of financial trouble, which is soon. I'll be able to start saving money, and I'm thinking already of, you know, having some overseas holidays in a year or two. And it's been a long time since I've been to England, and I've got no real reason to go there. I've got a couple of friends that I'm still in contact with, but it'd really be to see Tottenham. Like to see it, especially if Ange is in charge. That'd be super cool. And yeah, I'll probably do the bloody tours because I want to meet one of those, you know, the old Spurs players that do the tours. I think that'd be great. I don't care if they're ripping me off. What can you do? Ren says the Dolphins are my closet NRL team now. I really should start supporting them. Well, you know. Can you ask any other Illawarra Steelers fans to, you know, put a word in for the Dolphins so we can just become the St George Dragons again? That'd be all right, wouldn't it? You know, it's a win-win. Dolphins and you, they need the support. Shamu Vanderveer, I've ruined heaps of my shirts like that as well. It pisses me off. It's craziness. Fucking football shot top. Hand wash on everything nowadays. I know. I don't know if mine is an elite version. I don't think it is. I'm not sure. Expensive, I know, but I've never got one like that, and the shirt is decent. Okay. I like the shirt. I like the feel and fit of it. It's really nice. I'm sure the letters will start coming off the back before long, though, you know? Shamu Vanderveer, nice down here too, ran from one of the advertising. Anyway, you know what? Wow, I've been going 2 hours, 80 minutes. I wasn't expecting to make this a biggie, but thanks, folks. I'll whoops. That's the definition of naive. Whoopsie daisy. There we go. Okay, let me just go through you know, thanks to everyone that's been here and joined me for this. There's been a lot of you in here. That's been really nice, actually. And you've all been having a chat with each other. That's cool. It's me off the hook. I'll have a look at what's happened here. So thanks to Adrian Cheer for the super chats. Thanks to David Shear for gifting a load of memberships to people. And to all those members, welcome to the Hotspur Hippie commune. Thanks to Ren for the super chat. And hopefully, unlike Aaron Dove, you won't be asking for refunds like Chippy O'Napoli. It's a shame Chippy O'Napoli didn't turn up in the chat today because I wanted to ban him and become stronger. So there we go. Very disappointing that people are out there like that. But you lot, the ones that remain are the good ones. And, you know, if you've just been sitting here watching it or you're watching it afterwards, hope you've enjoyed it, man. I hope you've enjoyed it. Hope it's passed some time for you. It's all cool. You click like and subscribe. It's nice. If you don't know, you know, I get it. I watch loads of stuff on YouTube because when it comes up in your feed, when you watch it a few times, you don't necessarily have to subscribe. So I get it. It's all cool. Okay, right, well, until tomorrow, and thanks for, I've forgotten who it was, but thanks to the guy who pointed me out that there's an Old Firm match on tonight. That will give me something to stay up and watch so I can get ready for tomorrow's night, big epic night of work. Thank you very much. Thank you to all of you. Onwards and upwards. Peace and love, man. Peace and love, and come on, you Spurs! There's loads of bloody names at the end of that now. There's loads. Thank you, David. Bye-bye.